All right, let's talk about the Lions taking on the Dolphins, I believe, this week. So they're at home on CBS versus the Dolphins. Dolphins have a 67.2% chance of winning according to ESPN Power Index. Lions have a 32.4% chance of winning. Tua Tagovailoa came back from injury last week versus the Steelers, so the Lions just don't have the best look when they come back. Come the quarterbacks coming back off injury versus them. Now, Dak Prescott said last week that he was always targeting the Detroit game to come back. And obviously, I don't know if the Lions were aware of that, but yeah, I don't know if the Lions were aware of that. So yeah, I don't know if they was aware of none of that, but for the most part, I wonder, if they were aware, did a light a fire under them or whatever, and apparently it didn't. One thing that they've been lacking, especially from the quarterback position, is they've been lacking a true leader. And they've been lacking a leader overall. Even when the Ndamukong Suh, Stafford was here, and Calvin Johnson, none of them was like the leader. None of them was the leader. Nobody stepped up and was the lead, the vocal leader, the emotional leader. Nobody was. Nobody stepped up and was that guy. And that's kind of something that they've been missing. But playing Miami, it's a lot of speed. We knew that coming up in there. Detroit got a lot of long physical corners, and those short corners kind of cause some issues. So yeah, them short corners cause some issues for you for the longer corners, but if they can get their hands on them, that's the that could be the different story. You know what I'm saying? That could be a different story. So it's gonna be about, you can get your hands on them and challenge them at the line of scrimmage, which might sound a little crazy. That might be the ticket. But when they catch the ball, tackling and wrapping up, form tackle is gonna be the key. That's gonna be the key. Form tackle. That's gonna be the key. Form tackle. That's gonna be the key. Can they form tackle? That's gonna be the key. Can they form tackle? And stop the run too. You can't let Miami, Raheem Mostert and Chase Edmonds, you can't let them run. They run kind of that zone kind of running style. Now they don't run it a lot. Now, I knew Mostert would eventually take over. It's all about till you get injured. They don't run that zone scheme as far as they not, as committed to it as Kyle Shanahan. They like to throw the ball short. Kyle Shanahan hurt his dad. I remember Gary Anderson going crazy in that defense. They don't run it the same. You know what I'm saying? They don't run it the same. It's the same, but they don't run it. They're not as committed. But once you let them run the ball, it's pretty much lights out. That's pretty much what it is. It's over with. Because once they run it, then it's open up the short passing game. Then it open up the passing game down the field. And so you really got to stop the run, but also you really got to stop when they catch some short passes. You got to wrap up. You got to wrap up. That's what I will say. You have to wrap up. That's one thing that I will say. You have to wrap up and make the tackle. And Jeff Okudah is their best tackler on the back end, him and Deshaun Elliott. They're going to be critical. It ain't none of that. Oh, I'm gonna give you the cold shoulder and knock you down to the floor and no shit like that. No, you gotta wrap up. You have to wrap up. And if you don't wrap up, they gonna put a record number on the Lions. You know, because they're gonna do all the work. Yeah, and Tua is a quarterback that like to get the ball out of his hands hot. That's what he like to do. He like to get the ball out of his hands hot, quick. So you got that. You got to take away that. You got to take away that first read. You got to take away that first read. Once you take away that first read, you let him hold the ball. You start hitting to it, bro. He's not gonna be the same, especially after the injury that hit him. Not right now. He's not gonna be the same. He not. So you got to hit this guy. You got to make him start hearing the footsteps in the pocket. And that's the key to this. Take away his first read. When they do throw something short, wrap up, tackle, stop the run. Make Tua hold the ball. You kind of probably want him to attempt to throw it deep. Honestly, you probably want him to make that attempt to throw it deep. If we being real, you want him to throw it deep and hold on to the ball so you can hit his ass. And it might sound vicious, malicious, whatever you want to say. It might sound handy, but it's football. It's a dirty game. Hate to break it to everybody. Oh, Tua got hurt. You see his hands and all that. Bro, that used to happen on a regular basis, bro. People remember when they damn near shattered Joe Montana elbow. People forget that. Dude was out like 2 seasons. Joe Theismann's leg literally got snapped in half on live TV by Lawrence Taylor. Literally. It's just the society got soft. Deacon Jones just smack people upside their helmets. Anybody that play football at any level, know when your coach you smack your helmet, that shit used to hurt. He smack your helmet not to give encouragement or say good play. Smack your helmet to cause pain. It's a violent sport. No matter how you slice the cake, unless you put flags on them, it's a violent sport, and that's the sport. So you can't go out there and not turn into an animal. It's killed to be killed out there. Not literally, but figuratively. But, that's pretty much the game plan for the Lions. Don't let them get the run game going. Let them get one-dimensional. Make Tua hold the ball to go deep. But thing about it is when he throws short, wrap up. Wrap the ball carrier up. Don't let them don't worry about getting the big hits. Don't worry about going for the strips or nothing like that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just make sure you get them on the ground. That's all I say. Make sure you get them on the ground. That's all I would say. Make sure that you get them on the ground. And move on to the next play. But, they let them start catching it and get yak. Next thing you know is going to happen is going to open up the run game. Next thing you know is going to happen, then it's going to open up the play action game to go down the field, and the game going to get out of hand real quick. Make him hold that football. That's what I would say. Make him hold that football. But offensively for them, the defense is supposed to have been better than what it's shown to be. But I mean, assuming you got DeAndre Swift and maybe Amon-Ra St. Brown, just do what you do. But I like to see the Lions continue to commit to the run. Continue to commit to the run. I like to see them slow the game down. Go get them tight ends involved like they did last week, mixed in with but you got a receiver. I already see them, take, play ball control, run the ball, that's what I like to see them do. Run it, play action, then you get something going, then go down the field. That's what I think they should do. Hold the ball. So you got some guys that's questionable: Keon Crossing, Cater, KU, Emmanuel Guy, Obach, Skylar Thompson, Brandon Jones, Charles Harris questionable, Will Harris questionable, Matt Nielsen questionable, F.A. Milifanu questionable, DeAndre Swift questionable. Miami is favored by 3.5. Usually the home team get 3, so you have favored a little bit. So if I was a smart man, I'd probably take the Dolphins. Honestly, man. And Dolphins, just do everything I said do. Stop the Lions run game. Get after Jared Goff. He gonna give you a couple turnovers. We all know that. I think that should be the game plan. That should be the game plan. So get after Jared Goff. Stop the run, and offensively, just do what I said to do. Get the ball out fast, get the yak, run the ball, then get it down the field. So, yep, that's what I think kind of should be the game plan. But yeah, that's what I kind of think they should do. But other than that, man, I got Miami winning 34-17. I think they fairly win easy. Well, my bad. Miami on the road with 3.5. So yeah, they really think Miami gonna win, giving the road team three and then 3.5. So they favored. So they really favored the road team. So I got to win like 34-17. It might be close for a while. I think Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle gonna make some explosive plays, and pretty much that's gonna be the difference. So my opinion, check out Detroit Lions talk playlist, Detroit Lions prediction playlist. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Check out the playlist. Appreciate the love and support. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.